So I'm about to read a list of everything that came out of Lisa's mouth that I've seen her quote, and I wrote down a list of it.
I can't lose if I don't quit. It's quite simple. You know, most people give up before they get to W. They just give up. And the reason they give up is because they don't understand rejection.
Mm.
Okay. So next year will be 10 years that I've been in business, Charlie. And suffice it to say, I've gotten some rejection over those years, right? I don't have a perfect score. So the thing that has allowed me to keep going until I get the W is a understanding that when somebody says no, when I get a no, they're not rejecting Lisa, they're rejecting my offer,
Mm.
right? And so I can't lose if I don't quit essentially means I just need to make better offers. Like there's nothing wrong with you. If a potential client, a prospect tells you no, if a business tells you no, if an opportunity falls through, if you apply for something and don't get it, the thing that shuts people down is their lack of emotional intelligence because they take it personally and they feel like they're telling Charlie no, they're telling Lisa no. No, they're rejecting your offer. And so the thing that has kept me in business and allowed me to get opportunities that was previously told no for is because I recognized the need to make better offers. So the thing you should do when you start getting rejected is actually ask more, like lean in and make more offers. Most people lean out because they don't want to replicate that feeling of being rejected. But you should actually lean in and make more offers because the better you get at making offers, meaning you're studying the person you're making the offer to, whether that's a potential client, whether that's an organization, whatever it is, you study them so well that you understand what their needs are so that you can make a more aligned offer. So when someone tells me, not right now, I can't afford it, nope, we're not going to have you come speak this year, whatever it is, I don't take it personal. Like it's just, okay, my offer wasn't good enough. I got to get better at articulating my value. So you can't lose if you don't quit means stay in the game, stay on the field, stop running back to the locker room, right? To lick your wounds and get back on the field and make more offers. Like shoot the ball again. Like why you keep missing because you stopped shooting.
Yes, sir.
Like it's gonna go in.
Let's see.
You just got to get better. Yeah.
Oh,
Come,
oh,
come on, Kirsten in the chat talking about rejection is redirection. Period. I love a good alliteration.
oh, yes, sir.
You feel me? I'm here for it.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's what it is. This is the best. I've never had anybody quote me.
Within, I feel like the same realm, there's one that says, "You were right. You're not good enough. You suck at failure."
100%. Oh, that was perfect. Look at you lining them up so I can knock them down. I love this. Okay, tag team. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100%. You're 100% right. You're not good enough. Like, so one of the biggest, I think if one of the number one reasons people give up too soon is because they can't handle rejection. I would say the number two reason would probably be this I'm not enough mindset, this I'm not enough limiting belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I wrote that, Charlie, when I wrote that quote, say it again. What did I say? You're right. You're not good enough.
You're right. You're not good enough.
Yeah. It was me validating their belief.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So most people are operating in that mind frame. Well, I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. I don't sound good enough. I don't speak good enough. I don't articulate my value good enough. Whatever it is, I'm not smart enough, whatever. And here's the thing about it. You're probably right. Go get good. Like nobody starts off amazing. You're absolutely right. You're not good enough yet. But the thing you're not good enough at initially is failing. Like you're so bad at failing that it causes you to quit. Like the thing that keeps you in business, the thing that keeps you in the game, the thing that keeps you in good relationships, and you start like I can't believe people like have one bad relationship and be like, I'm never getting married again, or I'm just gonna be alone for the rest of my life. You're horrible at failing. Get better at failing.
Yeah.
Like I just can't believe people will give up on something as critical to life as love just because one love didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, y'all wild. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe you would give up on business and on what you believe to be your assignment on this planet just because two people said they couldn't afford it. Like, wow, you failed horribly. Yeah,
Mm,
you're right. You're not good enough. You need to get better. At failing, you need to get better because everybody knows that's where the lessons are. Everybody knows that's where you become refined, right? That's where you sharpen your skill set at whatever it is, whether it's relationships, whether it's business, whether it's health. So, yeah, I just wanted to validate the thing that people are thinking about themselves. You're 100% right. You're not good enough because you're so new to this. You're so new. And so, absolutely, you're not good enough yet. So, do what's required to get good.
mm. Do what's required to get good. I'm thinking about from from a fitness space.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I walk in a room, it intimidates people because I do things that they've never seen before. So when they acknowledge and I open up, hey, if you would love to try this, let's do it.
Yeah.
I immediately hear, I can't, I won't, I'm too tall, I'm too big, it ain't for me, yada, yada, yada. But you don't know until you try something. And it's just that mental aptitude of what if, questioning. What if I tried it? What what if I just gave 1%? And what I found is 10 times out of 10, when you get there, you're gonna be like, well, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
So you have to fail, you have to fall, you have to feel the bruises, and like you said, it's the only way to figure it out and go forward.
Yeah. You got to collect data.
Mm.
Yeah. That's so when people come to you and they say that, like, I can't do that, I'm too tall, I'm too whatever, what they're expressing is a hypothesis, right? It's just a hypothesis. It's the same thing with my coaches that I coach to building a coaching business, right? They're like, I'm not as dynamic. I can't speak that well. It doesn't flow for me, right? So all they're saying, like nobody's gonna listen to me, nobody's gonna believe me, I'm not gonna get clients, I'm not gonna get whatever. It is nothing but a hypothesis. So here's what we need to understand about our hypothesis. You could be right.
Mm-hmm.
You could be right. The issue is you don't run the experiment. No good scientist is going to take their hypothesis and print it in black and white in a scientific journal. You cannot print the result. You can't call your hypothesis law until you have run the experiment multiple times and got the same result. So let's just be scientists. Like
Mm.
everybody just run out and get a white coat. If you're gonna draw these conclusions about who you are and what you're capable of, just run the experiment. Just like if you're gonna come to me and tell me you can't do that, you're not good enough or whatever, it won't work out for you. Just the only thing that I ask that you bring me is data,
Mm.
proof. But if it's a made up story in your mind, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Like I don't like Charlie, I don't pour it to everybody and be like, you're wrong, you're gonna be amazing. You might be trash. The thing that we need is proof.
Mm.
That's the issue with people, is they have hypotheses that they have printed as law.
Mm.
Just leave, like the hypothesis goes in pencil, the law goes in pen, but you can't put the law in ink until you have proof. So what does that mean? You got to go out and do the thing.
That's it. Okay.
That's what it means. Collect data. Yeah, be a data collector. That's
Run
it.
the experiment.
That's
Okay.
it.
My next one is not doing your best is an insane lifestyle. Mm.
Insanity. That's one of my favorites, by the way.
Mm.
Go ahead.
It's wrapping into everything that you've already said. Like everything is
Yeah.
everything. Everything is one. Everything is just do the thing. But that one is just taking a, like you said, run the experiment for yourself
Yeah.
so that you know for sure.
That's it. And when you run the experiment, this is important. So that quote that you just said is not doing your best is an insane lifestyle choice, right? I posted that several weeks ago. Here's the thing about running the experiment. Be very careful with running the experiment, if we're going to continue on this analogy, in a contaminated lab. Okay. So let me break that down. The lab is your mind. So if you go into the experiment already deciding you'll know the outcome, i.e., I'm going to fail, you're running the experiment in a contaminated lab. The best place to run experiments, if we're talking science, is in a sterile lab, which means your mind and heart has to be clear. You can't go in deciding that the limiting belief that you have is going to be the outcome. So let's be clear. If you have these limiting beliefs about yourself and you're listening to my voice right now and I'm telling you, that's cool if you believe that, but I'm gonna need you to bring back proof. When you go to get the proof, make sure that the lab isn't contaminated with your crappy beliefs. So you have to make sure that you're gonna run the experiment, giving it everything you have, giving it your best, not half-assing anything, but really giving your best effort so you can make sure your data is good. You don't want to try and collect data in a contaminated lab. So if your brain is contaminated with all of these limiting beliefs, with all of these doubts, if you're going in already expecting failure, then you're setting yourself up, right? And so not doing your best at some, I just can't even believe that people leave their best up to chance or their best up to how they're feeling that day. Like, how dare you wake up every single day and let whether or not you give excellence be determined by how you feel? That is an ultimate lack of emotional intelligence. You would never know how I feel right now, Charlie, because all I'm going to give you is my best. You asked me to come on your platform in front of these people I don't even know, you know what I mean, and talk this talk. How dare I show up tired, lackadaisical, barely wanting to be here, having not done my research, whatever it is. Like, I'm going to give my best and I'm going to be as excellent as I can every single time. It doesn't matter whether it's paid or unpaid. It doesn't matter whether it's Monday or Sunday. It doesn't matter whether I'm traveling. It doesn't matter whether I'm tired. Like, my best shows up wherever I go. You want to know why? Because I have constructed my life in such a way that I don't have anything else to give. That's how much I've that's how much space I've put between myself and mediocrity. You feel me? There's so much distance between myself and mediocrity that my best is more accessible than mediocrity. Oh, write that one down. We do that on the interview too. I'm gonna quote myself on that one. Listen, I've put so much distance between myself and mediocrity that excellence is more accessible. Yeah, I just can't believe it that people really live their life not giving their best at something. That's wild to me.
Okay. I needed to hear that one myself. I ain't even gonna hold you. I be trying to make sure that I show up for myself the way that I need to, 10 toes down. But there are those times where I'm like, I ain't get no sleep last night. Oh, I need this amount of sleep to function and have everything together.
No, sir.
No, I get to decide that. That's all internal.
That's
That's
it.
all either sterile or discombobulated labs, like you said.
Yep.
Somebody said Lisa talking that talk. Lisa talking that talk, bro.
Shout out to Coach LaFaya. That's my girl. Yeah.
Lisa
If you
talking
want
that talk.
mediocrity, get somebody else to do it. I ain't your girl. Lose my number. Yeah.
All right. So that in itself is where I am now. Like, as a black man standing up, being like, bro, no retreat. We got to stand 10 toes down, read these labels, seeing that we get poisoned, seeing that our families are dying, and it's all because all right, karmic cycle is where a person can put something right in front of your face and tell you exactly what it is, but when you decide to take it, that's on you. So they don't get karma for that. So sometimes I used to wonder, I was like, how are these people not having to answer for what is going on in the world? Because they're putting it out there, they're putting the nutrition labels that say red 40, yellow 5, may cause cancer, and we still take it because our mind and our body is like, I want it. I feel that so much. It hurts me to watch this.
Yeah.
So thank you for being on the front line. Thank you for being unwavering and speaking up, telling your truth. It's needed.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing it. That's crazy. I appreciate it.
Everybody, if you're in the chat right now, Lisa Smith. Lisa Smith. Go ahead and follow. Go ahead and
Hey,
everyday four. Gang, gang.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, gang,
Yeah.
gang.
Oh, yes, sir. All right.
I
You
love it.
got me at a loss for words.
Listen, I wish I should have lifted my desk up so I could stand up with you. You got me hype over here. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah. So, speaking of the sterile lab or having a lab that's junky,
Yeah,
which the lab is your mind,
yep.
your food that you eat
Yeah.
is very pivotal. And you mentioned a part of your mission is Black people are the largest demographic becoming vegan, and your goal as the health coach is to help us extend life expectancy.
Hmm.
So, speaking to Black people, just being straight up,
Hmm.
what is it that we need to hear? What is a result of doing the things that's necessary, and just because of your life and what you've seen, what can they achieve by doing so?
Yeah. What is it that we need to hear? And what can they achieve by doing the things that make them healthy? Is that the question?
Yep.
Okay. Um, so I would say, as a person who's on a mission to, extend the healthy life expectancy specifically for Black people, one of the things that we need to hear is that it's not our DNA's fault. So, unfortunately, the thing that takes people of color out the most is lifestyle disease. And these are diseases that are a result of the way in which we live, i.e., what we choose to eat and not eat, smoking, drinking, stress, exercise or the lack thereof, sedentary lifestyle. But then also some things that we're not completely responsible for, like this idea of weathering, which says that just the lived experience of being Black in America shortens our life expectancy, right? So I think one of the things, though, because chronic lifestyle disease, when I say lifestyle disease, I'm talking obesity, I'm talking hypertension, high cholesterol, kidney failure, fatty liver disease. These lifestyle diseases are what's taken us out the game. Type 2 diabetes. I want us to understand that our genes load the gun, but our diet and lifestyle pulls the trigger.
Mm.
So that means, yes, you can be yes, something can run in your family. It's a fact. I am not discrediting the fact that genes plays a role. It does. It just doesn't play as big a role as we tend to think. Because when we decide to adopt the belief that this just runs in my family, we tend to adopt the belief that there's nothing I can do about it or that this was my fate. Like diabetes was not your fate. Diabetes wasn't your grandmama's fate.
Mm.
I hate to break it to you, but it was a choice,
Yes, sir.
right? So I did a talk one time for Ford Motor Company, and the title of that talk was "Disease Doesn't Run in Your Family; It's Being Held Hostage."
Mm.
Right? And it's being held hostage by the recipes that we keep passing down. It's being held hostage by the belief that you should just work to keep a roof over your head and don't worry about being uh, passionate or happy with your day job. Like you don't get to be happy, you just got to get this money. Like it's beliefs like that that's being passed down in our family. That's the thing that's keeping us sick. You know, our dysfunction in relationships because we've never been taught how to have healthy relationships. And so I want Black people to know that lifestyle disease is a choice. It's not predetermined. It's not, your cards were not previously dealt. And even if you have a lot of this stuff, it can be put in remission. You can lose the weight.
That's it.
You can get off the medication. You can break the cycle. Like your kids don't have to go through this. Hell, you ain't got to go through it for the next 4 years. It ain't too late to save yourself. In one of my coaching programs, Charlie, Farm to Table, I'm currently teaching a semester of Farm to Table. This is our 12-week plant-based coaching program. And so we're in the middle of a cohort right now. And so we have class every Sunday. So we had class yesterday. And we actually had a guest speaker, which is one of our previous graduates. And she came in to tell this cohort that not only has she lost 35 pounds and reversed her own hypertension, she said, we've done it for my dad. We've literally reversed his stage 3 kidney failure. Her dad is 75.
Mm.
Well, I think he's 77 a day, and they did it when he was 76 last
Yeah.
year. He reversed kidney failure at 76. He's lost 75 pounds. Like, so sometimes we think, okay, well, at least let me get the future together for my babies. Baby, get the future together for
That's it.
you. Like, this is possible. This is doable. So if I was to summate the takeaway here in 2 words, Charlie, it will be, it's possible. It's possible. That's what I want Black people to know. That's what I want. I want Black people to know it's possible. And I want you to understand there are consequences when you get it right. There's
Hey.
consequences when you get it wrong. And there are some phenomenal consequences when you get it right. When you go out of your way to become the most optimal version of yourself, life changes for you. It changes for you exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
So small changes, small, you'll get small results. But if you want major changes, you want major results, you got to make major changes. And so I want Black people to know that we have what it takes. Don't let these people keep telling you only 5% of US physicians are Black. Don't let these people keep telling you that it runs in your family and you go back to your coach and you go back home and you just start spreading that nonsense. Stop saying that
Mm.
language. It runs in your family because nobody runs in your family. That's the problem. So that's what we need to fix. That's what I want Black people to know.
Thank you so much.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
you. Uh, this one hits hard, and I just had someone join into our group that even makes this more intense for me. 2023, I moved from Atlanta back to North Carolina to be with my family. Very small town, food desert. There are no they never heard of vegan and you don't eat meat. It doesn't it's, it's not a thing. And I even with just our parents, like I've had conversations with other people who are in the herbiology space and just how can we heal with plants, the natural way, the holistic way. One of the things that I hear the most in my house that I had to separate myself from because it was really affecting me was in my own timing is something that you just can't cold turkey. You got to progressively work your way into it. But it's all about it's possible. If you tell yourself it's possible for me to change, to heal, to grow, to expand, that's it. Your word is your law. Your frequency. If you speak it, it has to happen.
100%.
So I had someone hop into our call who lost their father from illness,
Mm-hmm.
and prior they was telling me, Charlie, continue to speak on what you're speaking on because people are listening. So everything that you just said is like it's hitting home. We,
Mm-hmm.
we in order for our families to heal, to change, it does start with us. If we
Mm-hmm.
want our communities to look different, if we want our people to stop shooting each other out in the hood, it does start with us saying that I'm gonna do better for myself.
Right.
I'm
It's that simple.
trying to hold it together. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is great. We got to do better. We got to do better, and we got to take full responsibility. We got to take radical responsibility for our health and for the health of those that we love. We have to be advocates for ourselves, and we have to be advocates for those who can't be advocates for themselves. It's just like when we get ourselves to optimal, it's our responsibility to bring somebody with us. Like I'm not interested in being the only one at my 150-year-old birthday party. I'm gonna need a few
Yeah,
people.
which I'm flipping
You
to.
feel? Come on, Charlie.
Oh,
Come on now.
yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The hustle don't even look right with one person. We need a group of us. So I'm gonna need all of y'all to eat right. Like stop eating that bullshit. So we can live long together. Together. and be well and make decisions and run these companies and leave a legacy and impact the world. And let me be clear, everybody's vision don't got to be that big. Like I'm shooting for the history books, okay? So I'm shooting to become a historical figure. But everybody doesn't have to do it that way. Like your meaning or your purpose can be something as simple as being a phenomenal spouse or being a phenomenal parent or being the support to somebody who has a giant vision. So I'm not suggesting that everybody needs to have this big legacy, memorable history book style vision. But I'm saying whatever God has assigned you to do, number one, do it with excellence. Number two, make sure the optimal version of you is doing it. Yep.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep squeezing these in before we get to the top of the hour.
Okay.
This is a quote from Lisa Smith herself. 3 things I'll never do again: eat everything I want, ignore intuition, devalue my brilliance. Oh my. Please.
3 things I'd never do again, Charlie. Never. Eat whatever I want, ignore my intuition, devalue my brilliance. Come on now.
Period.
And I meant every word of it. I meant every word of it. I ain't never going back. I'm never going back. Because they say you live and learn, but here's my thing. Your life should look like what you learned. You feel me? So what I'm sick of is us taking credit for knowing something, but our life don't look like what we know. If you know that exercising is good for you, why you don't look like you exercise? If you get back in this camera, Charlie. If you know if you know that saving money is, well, why your life don't look like that? If you know it, like I be so mad when people don't come to my master classes, don't listen to my podcast, don't come on my social media page telling me what you heard before, telling me that you knew that already. The thing, why nobody ever, literally nobody ever asked me, do I exercise? Nobody ever asked me, do I eat healthy? You want to know why? Because I look like I do. You ain't gotta ask nothing that's evident. You feel me? They be like, ooh, I could tell. I'll be like, and should.
Yes, sir.
And should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so 3 things I'm never gonna eat whatever I want again. I'm never doing that. I'm never gonna get that crazy I'm never gonna let food have more control over me than I have over it. I'm never doing that again. Never. Right? I'm never gonna ignore my intuition again. Because ignoring my intuition is ignoring God. Ignoring intuition is ignoring my discernment, right? And I'm never devaluing my brilliance again. I'm not undercharging. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Yes, sir.
I know the value that I'm giving you. I'm never going to do so. And let's be like, I work for free a lot. Like I give a lot away, right? I give a lot away. But when I charge, it's going to be aligned with the value.
That's it.
Right? I give back all. I'm speaking tomorrow night or Thursday night for the New York Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
On me. It's on me. Right? So let's be clear, right? Like I give way more than I take, but I'm never going to devalue my brilliance again. When it's time to negotiate the price, when it's time to talk about the contract, when it's time to put a new product or service on the market, the price is going to be aligned with the value, non-negotiable. The price will not be aligned with my limiting beliefs about money. It will not be, I don't think nobody has money, so I just need to work for free forever and never really get my business off the ground because I can't even be profitable enough to invest back in the business. I'm not doing that nonsense. I'm teaching you how to grow a whole coaching business. That's not a $500 ticket. I'm helping you adopt a plant-based diet. I have receipts of reversing diabetes and getting people off of medication. That's not a $300 ticket. My price is aligned with my value. I'm never devaluing my brilliance again. Never. I know what I'm capable of. And you about to find out.
Whew. You speaking to me, Lisa. You speaking to me, baby. Oh. Yes, sir.
That's what we not gonna do.
Yes,
if get somebody else to do it was a person, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
It'll be me. Yes.
On that. I love that. Matter of fact, if I had a sound effect right now, there'll be a round of applause. So everybody, if you're in here, if you can put a round of applause in the comments, let us see them hands. Put them hands together. Make some noise. Let us hear you. Oh, yes, sir. Lisa, thank you.
Yes,
All right,
my pleasure.
I got one more.
Okay.
You said, Lisa Smith, prolonged pain and suffering is a result of unwillingness to make a decision.
Oof. And I one line. Listen. Okay. Here's how I'm gonna break this down in our last few minutes, Charlie. I'm gonna say it like this. Let me repeat it back. Make sure I got what I said
Yes, sir.
clear. I love this, by the way. I
Mm-hmm.
love this, by the way. But I said prolonged pain and suffering is a result of your inability to make a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. I said that one a while ago. Here's first of all, let's be clear. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Just because it hurts doesn't mean it gotta last. Pain is inevitable for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Physical, emotional, mental, right? It's inevitable. You're human, you alive, life gon' life, right? But suffering is a choice. Suffering happens in your mind. Suffering is nothing but the perception of the pain. Your suffering is nothing but the interpretation of the pain, right? And in the overwhelming majority of cases that I've seen as a coach over the years, I'm a health coach, I'm a business coach, I have a personal development mastermind. And across all of these arenas, what I've seen when somebody is dealing with prolonged pain and suffering is because of their inability to make a decision about something. You're in an unsatisfactory or undesirable circumstance, and you're not being bold enough to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just been that was just my perspective from being a coach all of these years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even have to suffer if you just make a
That's
decision.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so deep, but so simple at the same time.
At the same time.
Oh,
At the same time.
okay. All right. So, Lisa, when I step out of these spaces, I like to just put some words out there that universe, God, the frequency, everybody gonna hear. Lisa Smith, 2024 is gonna be the year where you are paid abundantly beyond your worth, exceedingly. You know how they say, and above all things you could ever ask for, the
Yes.
joy, the relationships, the love, the adventure, the people being healed. Lisa, it's you, and we are so grateful for you, and we thank you so much for showing up, being on the front line, not backing down, speaking your truth. And we see you and we hear, we're in your corner. Any way that I could ever help you, anyway, it's already done. Everything is already done with your name on it, Lisa. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this.
Thank
You,
you. You have no idea what that
woo,
just meant to me, Charlie.
mm,
Thank you.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. Lisa, I
Wow.
love you. I love you
I
so.
love you back.
Ooh, wee. Everybody,
Wow.
welcome to the Charlie Gang Show on the Talk That Talk podcast, where we just level up together. Old things are passed away, and we not stepping in 2024 the way that we've been stepping. Today switched it, and we maneuver it, and now we on a new lane. We're on a new level. So again, Lisa, this is this will not be the last. We we got some work to do.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it so much. This was probably one of the funnest interviews. So many new things happen. Okay. I got a backflip. Never got that before in
Yes,
an
sir.
interview. Done did plenty of interviews throughout the years. Never got a backflip.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anybody do 2 pages of research and bring my quotes to discuss. I love that. Is, you don't even know this, but like, one of the things that I struggle with when I make these quotes like this, when God just gives me the divine downloads, is context. I'm like, I wish I could explain that more. So sometimes I take some of my quotes and I do lives on them. Like, hey guys, I said this last week. Now let me talk about it deeper. So what you've done for me today is giving me the opportunity to do that and go more in depth to explain what I meant when I said that. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to give context to my words. So I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we here.
yeah,
And we can
yeah.
fire it up whenever you're ready again. We
Yes.
locked and ready. Matter of fact, I'm
Yes.
gonna take a picture of the notes and send it to you so you can see everything.
I love this. This is the best. This has been amazing. And I'm so honored to be kicking off Women's History Month. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you for allowing me that too.
Absolutely. All right. Well wishes that everyone on the live and Lisa, you ultimately yourself, that today gives you more than yesterday, that today shows you what life is truly about, and that you know it's already done.
Yeah.
Until next
God
time,
bless you, Charlie.
yes, sir. Welcome to the Charlie Gay Show. It's your modern day angel and vigilante, and we out of here. Peace.